Here we are again on a Friday. Can we have a slight change of format today, Dowse, please, and maybe talk about players first rather than going back to last Saturday?
Sure.
Mainly because you brought in another forward on loan. Tell us about Harvey Bradbury. Is that have I got the name right?
Yeah, Harvey. Yeah, Harvey. He's dad's manager at happened in Waterlooville. There's somebody who are half interested in this. Some young raw works his socks off, puts himself about aggression. And I went to watch him. I didn't sign him. I went for the two of our lads. We got here, Hayde and Dwayne. And I went to watch him the other day. I went to watch Hemel against Hungerford, and I thought he was excellent. He ran around and very aggressive, things like that. He put himself about. It was 0-0, but the amount of running he done. And I just thought it's something we need here. It's an option. Somebody who's going to run and rattle centre half. Somebody who's going to hurt people. He's very, very quick. One of the quickest blokes. Nice lad. Very quick, so we're looking at seeing his aggression and his pace and things like that. So I just think it's something we need. Will he score loads of goals? I don't want to put that pressure on the kid, but I think he'll help to make some, that's for certain. And goals have been a problem scoring a bit this year, so we do need, since Hayde's been out, we do need somebody up there who's going to score a goal out of front three, except for Max Krasma, who scores a lot. But apart from that, nobody's really scored, so we need to do that. So hopefully he can, but he's a young boy who will run around and give a lot of energy, so I'm delighted to get him.
And would you say he's a sort of typical old-fashioned centre forward, as well? He's got more to his game?
Yeah, he's got more. He's good. He's got more to his game, but he is an old-fashioned type, I would believe. Where he wears his heart on his sleeve, he runs around and he gives energy. I just think sometimes a focal point. If you've got a centre forward, where I think a lot of your play comes from, if you've got energy up there and desire up there, I think it spreads through the team, and I'm sure he's going to give it that, and hopefully he will. I'm sure he will.
Right. So presumably we can look forward to seeing him for part or maybe even all of the game tomorrow. Looking, we have a think about it as we always do tomorrow, but I think he'll play himself. I think it depends on what happens later on, but if I was a betting man, that's what I would say. Hopefully, and obviously we've got a Marnie Little who we've kept for another month as well, which is fantastic. So I'm delighted to get him. First time me and Martin Taylor were talking about it, where when I was at Hampton Richmond, I had a very special player called Jamal Lure, the best player, like the most consistent player I've had in probably 6 years is Josh Casey. Consistent week in, week out, no flaws in his game. He's never two bad games in a spin. But the special player I've always thought was going to be a world player is Jamal Lure, who will be in the Premiership in the next couple of years or year. So he's at Portsmouth now, brilliant. And I was coming to training and love watching him play. And when we trained, we had a decent team, but he was better than everybody else. And Marnie was like that last night. It's the first time I've seen him for a while. And Marnie was better, which he should be, but it's the first time I looked at a training session and he was better. And I've got good side here, good players, but he was better than anybody else. And I thought, you should be like that, but if a young lad to do that, and the way he's scoring goals, the way he was, and obsessed on the pitch, we're both, me and Martin, are looking there saying, look at that, the standard. So he's had another standard that we're both, if you want to be a professional footballer, or you want to, come down to our level and be a bit better than anybody else, that's what you got to do. First time I noticed it last night, to be honest. Hopefully you can take that into Saturday's game, Yeah, I think he made a big impression the first game, but then maybe didn't quite live up to that. But then Saturday, I thought he was back on top.
I don't know, I just looked at the standard how it was last night. We had a word of him saying, listen, he's got to take them into games, like you're saying, to get his standard, because he was we got some very good players here, but it just stood out when I'm watching. We had an 8 against 8 at the end, but he stood out from everybody. And it's the first time that's ever happened in management since I had Jamal Lure. So hopefully he can raise the bar a little bit, and he is a pro. He is close to Oxford's first team, I believe, or going on the right lines. So, but it's the first time he stood out a bit, and I haven't had that. Like last year, I never had it. I never had it for a lot, except for when I had Jamal, who everybody loved watching training, the tricks. Obviously, you just loved the game, Jamal. But we've got some great players in our team, but he was just a little bit better than anybody else. I thought it's the first time, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play tomorrow. See if he can get that training, put into games. We've gone for another month, which is great, and we look forward to seeing him play.
Excellent. And the other big news, if you like, in terms of players, is regarding Charlie Wasmer, who you've said in an interview with Clive Yorton is going to go out on loan.
I will go and look at we're stamping the deal. Just because it hasn't went through this minute, but I think it will do in the next couple of hours. He'll go, or hopefully by tomorrow morning anyway, he will go to a team what's league down. We had it all set up to go to one of the local teams, and we messed us about, to be honest. Truth being known, I wasn't very happy with him, to tell you the truth. And they messed about, but he needs to go there, because the quicker we get him 5 or 6 games, the quicker he'll come back as a new sign. And when you see him, like people say, oh, it's been a bit of a waste. It'll not be a waste by the end of the season, that's for sure. So when he gets in, he's got October, November, December, he's got stacks of time. Let's get him 5 or 6 games, because I'm kidding myself a little bit and getting him straight back in. I need his leading qualities, I need him as a bloke, what he does in the dressing room, what he does on the pitch. But I haven't got the time to say we'll give you half an hour here, and it doesn't matter. We need results, and I'm sure wherever he goes, which I do think by tomorrow morning we'll definitely get him a club, he'll do well for a month and come back stronger.
Good, good. I think everyone will be much looking forward to seeing him when he's properly fit. Of
course, no, he's got to be fit. I put him on Saturday, and really, it wasn't right to put him on. You know, I just put him on there, and you know, he's only had a couple of under 23 games and training sessions, and he's brand new. Let's get him away for a month. 4, 5, 6 games out the environment, waiting, go and show what a good player he is, and he'll come back stronger than ever.
Right. Can I, lastly, on players, ask you about Greg Lewis, who I think the common feeling amongst supporters is that he's a lad with tremendous talent, but appeared to be lacking in confidence. But he got a goal on Saturday. Is that going to help him along?
It should help him. I thought he's doing quite well, to be honest. The lads like him. We like him. I think he's done a lot. You know, he's doing quite well. I think, to be honest, of course, like all centre forwards need goals or your wide ones, and because except for Max, we haven't scored them. I think it make you added pressure on somewhere along the Wheelers, the Hodges, Bradby, Dwayne's, and all that, and stuff like that. And pressure might build on them a little bit, to be honest, to score. But listen, it doesn't matter who scores. To be honest, it doesn't matter who scores. We'll score a lot of, Cookie's got a couple of things like that. We have scored a few. And Kane obviously and all that, we just feel as though that we need to get some forward lads scoring goals, which is a natural thing to think, but no pressure, because the bottom line is as long as we win matches and we score from somewhere, that's the only thing what matters,
Yeah,
but we do feel as though we're creating chances for us to maybe put a couple of games to bed, which I think we should have done. And as a forward and as a forward player, the lads I mentioned them are good players. I'm sure we'll nick a goal shortly, and before you know it, I think we'll hammer one team one day, hopefully, and we'll be okay.
I think there's a lot of people who think that somewhere down the line we're lining someone up to have a bad day.
No, that's what I think. And so we do need to, we're all creating a lot of chances and a lot of good positions. I just think that even Casey, when he went down against Truva in the first minute, it's a great opportunity. We just got to take these opportunities when they come along. It's simple as that. Now, I'm sure the lads know that, and like you say, if you're forward, you know that the pressure is on you to score goals. If you're a defender, a keeper, you've got to keep them out. You've got to keep a clean sheet. Players know what the jobs are. So I imagine a bit of pressure building on that, and that's why we're trying to get 1 or 2 in. But the way Hyde trained last night, the way he was putting the ball in the back of the net and he's shooting practice at the end, I'm looking forward to getting him. He'll play a part tomorrow, and once he's in, he'll stay in, and I think he'll be one of the best we've got in this league. That's my opinion.
Sure. So you've praised a few people there. Saturday you weren't quite such a happy frame of mind, and you were actually a bit critical of 2 or 3 players, weren't you?
I shouldn't have done that, to be honest. That's my fault. I will go into dress rooms and even in training last night and lay the law down. This is what we're going to do. If you don't like it, and go. But I came out of the change rooms with a bit of an angry head and freaking foaming about first mistake header, second mistake there, third mistake there, goes in the middle of the goal, and you become angry. So when the camera's in front of you 30 seconds afterwards, I think I said individual players when it got, because I never look at the website, it got played backwards. And when it got played backwards, I thought I shouldn't have said it. I thought I shouldn't have mentioned individual names, and I've told the players that last night. I say that if I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I am quite hard on players. I do have standards, but honest truth is I didn't think I should have said that, to be honest, so I've got to take that back.
Right. But nonetheless, you weren't happy. Were you not happy because we effectively dropped 2 points, or was it the performance?
No, it's always going to be a tough game there, but I think if you want to stay at the top, and the performances, the first half was very good, but I'm looking at second, and it's just as a group you're thinking, well, is somebody going to give, are the 2 midfield going to run the game? Are we going to win headers? No, I thought the 2 centre forwards were good. I thought they were strong and awful and all the rest of it. But I just thought we went deeper and deeper. All the things what we've been talking about over the last 3 or 4 months to make were better by getting squeezed up and playing more in their half. I thought we just went back and back and back and fighted pressure. Silly free kicks away, silly sending off. Silly, can't win the first ball, and can't win the second, the ball goes in the middle of the goal, you just get angry. But bottom line is, I'm trying to install a winning mentality in everybody, including youth teams and bringing under 23 teams and all the rest of it. I want to get away from it just being a game. It's like, I think Shanky said it's a lot more important than that, didn't it? Life or death. And that's the way I look at it. You've got to win matches. When you don't win one in 90th minute, obviously I'm going to be a very angry man. When you look back, is it a bad point? You would have took 4 points out of 2 games we've played, I suppose. But the bottom line is you got to win matches like I've got to do tomorrow. And when I keep saying it's not the players' problems, it's managers, which is true. So I've got every right to be angry when something in the 90th minute, if you can't deal with that, I don't think it's very good. There's a positive, it's 4 points, we'll move on. We moved on last night, you move on again, and we'll look forward to Saturday.
Absolutely. Let's change the subject completely and have a little word about the Biffa Challenge, which was a bit of fun at training last week.
Yeah.
And the video came out the other day. It's been very well received. It's got over 1,000 views already, I think.
Is it?
And that was all your idea, wasn't it?
I just the bloke sponsors were, so it's like all the sponsors we've got to do, like Blackie's Pub down the road, they're going to sponsor free tables in the lounge on Saturday. Fantastic. Biffa come on, spend a lot of money, sponsor with Annie Lateworth, he sponsors a stand. I've done his kids coaching on Wednesday, I'm doing the academy coaching tonight, 4:30. I think we've got to give, it's no good us saying thanks to sponsors and all that, you know, we've got to do something for them. So I thought it was our little way of doing something for them. I thought it was great, I thought it was a good laugh, and obviously it shows how great we are when a little 10-year-old kid Adam wins it in it, so it just shows how accurate we are round there. But I think, you know, it's great for a club, and I think we want to do something at half time maybe here. I think Peter Jordan's trying to do it, so I think it's great, and thanks obviously for yourself coming down. It's a bit of banter, really a bit of a crack, but also it helps with sponsors as well, so we are thinking about them as well. Massively important.
Yeah,
you know?
And you mentioned Blackie's Pub there. You better say what it's called if you want to give him
the
some...
the Kingsfield Arms, sorry, me mate Blackie, the Kingsfield Arms. I try not to say it because obviously the profits have went up since I've come to the club, haven't they? Like, you know, like I said before, I think he's going to close it down before I come, and so now he's got a brand new refurbishment. Now he's got a brand new pool table, brand new everything because I've been in it. No, joking aside, he has he's been excellent for me, really big help. And even on, he's bringing all the ex-players down, which is very much part of the club. Them coming down, like Lloydie White coming down, Trevor Barron coming down. That's what you want to install in the club, because they're all proper working people. Blackie's got a proper working pub on the corner, and he's bringing 3 tables down. So I'm delighted about that as well. And I also appreciate his help, because that's where Ray Green's come from, you know, and stuff like that. John Wanyaham, people like him. We couldn't do without people like that, so let's not pretend we could. So we do appreciate their help, and we'll look forward to seeing them Saturday. Absolutely,
and that's why we should get the name of the pub in so everyone knows where to go and get a pint.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Dulwich at the end, but just before that, we had the FA Cup draw this week, and I know you'll say you only want to think about the next game, but home to Tooting and Mitcham, in all honesty, I think most people regard that as winnable. We played midweek, we'll get them watched, that's for certain, on Saturday, and we've got a young team, which is always dangerous. There's always one-off games, FA Cups. I'm desperate to do well in the FA Cup, but it'll be the next match. I do know about the finance of this stuff as well. If we win it, I'm going to say with Chairman and I'll get a heater in here, because it's freezing in here. So, obviously it's the coolest place ever in this room. So the first thing I'll be doing is asking if I can get a new heater in my office. And but I do know how important it is, but I've just seen managers get the sack before, and too much pressure goes on the FA Cup in a one-off game. We've got to be up for the FA Cup just like any other team. We could beat us, banana skin, of course it is. Winnable game, of course it is. I just want, we've got to get Saturday out of the way, but we'll not be taking, like somebody said, will you play some of the squad players? You're joking. It's not a chance. It'll be the full squad. We will take it very seriously. We will try to win the game, and it's a massive thing for the club. Look, the great years Jeff had being manager. A lot of that was in the FA Cups. We want to be no different. We want a good run in the FA Cup, but like all teams in non-league do. But the league's the most important thing. It is. But the FA Cup's it is. You're absolutely right, of course. Yeah. But you could win this league by 20 points, and still most of the football supporting population of the country wouldn't never hear of you. But you get to the third round of the FA Cup, and you're famous throughout the land.
Yeah, it's a bit false, really, isn't it? But it's a beauty of the FA Cup. It still lives on, and the prize money's went up, and it still lives on in our leagues. And I wouldn't think nothing better going to, like last season we nearly got the first round proper and got beat off Truva, and we could have played Charlton. That would have been fantastic. Would we have got the playoff final if we did? This, you know what I mean? The games you play in, the points, because you'd be playing on Saturdays when other people can catch up points on you. It's a two-way thing. But the bottom line is, you do it in that order. The most important thing is the league is second FA Cup, third FA Trophy. And that's how I've always tried to do it, but massively want to do well. If somebody said to me, would you win 6 rounds? Of course I would. But I'm just playing that, let's not forget about the league. And that's tomorrow. And that's the most important thing,
Absolutely. And speaking of which, someone said to me last Saturday in conversation about Dulwich that they play very, very attractive football. So is that the sort of game we can expect?
I think they've changed a bit this year, to be honest. I think in the last few years they have done fine much, but we've got Jamie up top, big strapping boy, 2 big strapping centre halves, and stuff like that. We know the left back, we know the right back. like Nathan Green at left back, big strapping boy. I think in the past they've done it that way and they've been very good. Two great managers, two great people, great support. They'll bring a lot of people here Saturday. Big club, but I think they've just changed a little bit about going in the front a bit earlier and all that, so not like how we've done the previous years where we've just played total football. It's a bit more directness, that's what we believe in.
Well, that's interesting, in which case I'll grass him up. The person who told me that was Sam Besant, who has played against them this year. And
sure.
I think they scored 4 against them.
Thanks for telling us that. I guess it's an incompetence move of mine, isn't it? No, but listen, we've watched them a few times, and it's like anybody else. If you stand off them, of course they'll play good football. We will, and anybody will. But they've always played brilliant stuff. But I just feel so we've got a few more bigger lads in the team who could hurt off set players and corners as well. So we're well aware that 1, stop them playing if we can. 2, not be that much surprise for them to go in a bit more direct. That's what we think. But a good side and a good management team, and we got promoted last year, and I'm pleased for 2 lads because I've got a lot of time for the managers there.
Excellent. Well, all will be revealed tomorrow afternoon, which we look forward to as ever. And again, thanks very much for your time today.
No problem, pleasure.